to ensure the functionality of the built environment by integrating people, places, process, and technology. I will therefore submit that for this year's seminar, we are discussing how facility management seeks to ensure that facilities or infrastructure should continuously improve upon and sustainable throughout the life cycle of the facility in order to help people and make the world a better place. It is a cliche for us in this country when you hear that we lack maintenance culture. And if you look deep down, it's a fact. We are we like good, beautiful new things. We build a new airport now. We are not thinking of how to maintain it. We build a new road now. We're not thinking of how to maintain the next 2, 3, 4 rainy season. We are quick to look at another one. So it's we have this thing called lack of maintenance of culture, and I think we need to deal with it. Fora like this are very apt for us to remind ourselves that we need to continually talk to ourselves. We need to have attitudinal change so that we will maintain our facilities to world-class standards so that we'll be proud of our facilities. And I want to discuss a little bit about the aviation industry, the fan experience, where I've spent 30-something years working. The Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria was established by the Federal Act Cap F5 laws of the Federation of Nigeria with the statutory responsibility to develop, maintain, and manage all federal government-owned airports within the Nigerian airspace and provide services to both passenger and cargo airlines. The authority is responsible for creating conditions for the development of safe and secure air transport services connected with it in the most economical, customer-friendly, and efficient manner. The Act also empowers the authority to generate and collect revenue for services rendered. These revenues are broadly divided into aeronautical and non-aeronautical revenues. FAN is thereafter empowered to utilize these revenues for personnel effect, maintenance, capital costs annually as approved in its internally generated revenue IGR budget by the National Assembly. FAN also benefits from federal government budget allocation for the execution of some of its capital projects. It is worthy of note to emphasize here that airports have evolved from public sector infrastructure providers to sophisticated business-oriented service provider. Presently, FAN manages about 27 airports in the country and is still counting. Because as I speak to you, most state governments are either building or are clamoring to build airports in their states. In fact, some states have or are planning to have 2 airports. Let me quickly mention here that there's nothing wrong with building this airport, as long as they will be viable and they will solve the problems they are meant to. We're all witnesses here in this country. Some of these airports built by state governors, their uses end when the governor leaves power, because it is only used to fly private jets when the governor is going to meet in Abuja, and after that, the viability of the airport is not there. Of course, there are states like if you look at Lagos today, which can comfortably have 2 airports. The one in Ikeja, it's their flagship where we maintain. And of course, Lagos State government is doing another one at Lekki Corridor. If you look at the population of Lagos, the commercial activity, the industries coming up along that axis, I think you will agree with me that it is sustainable and can be viable. But I can assure you that there are some states in this country where the first airport built is not working. Not working because there are no flights going in there. But as of today, they are thinking of another airport in another town in the same state. The nearest existing airport to that particular state in question is less than an hour and an hour's drive. But that is Nigeria for you. Over the years, facilities have deteriorated at our airports progressively to the extent that Nigerians traveling to and from the country through our airports, especially the Murtala Mohammed International Airport that we call our flagship, are loudest in condemning the state of the airport and its facilities. I mean, you hear complimentary reviews remarks about our airport. If you are at the airport, you are traveling, it's sometimes, I wouldn't want to use the words here, but they're actually right. For some of us who work in the industry, we're actually not proud. Sometimes I tell you it's part of the regulations that when you're at the airport, you must put on your ID card visibly for everybody to see. But when you have cause to go to the airport, the international terminal, and there are arriving passengers, and you are in that hall, and you begin to hear comments, you quietly remove the ID card and put it in your pocket so that before an angry Nigeria will just approach you and say, my friend, what are you people doing here?
Okay. My name is Lekan Kiyomi, the president of IFMA Nigerian chapter.
Okay, can you tell us about today's event and what year are we clocking to?
Today's event is about Facility Management Day. It's an annual celebration that we celebrate the facility managers because of our role in the environment, in the built environment, and also to also educate people of our role in all their facilities, especially ringing the bell of maintenance culture to our people and also all our infrastructures.
Okay, talking about making a difference, what do you think the incoming administration can do with regards to making a difference in facility management?
Yes, the real difference that the new administration can do is to inculcate the habit of facility management into all our infrastructures. It is not just to build the infrastructures, either road or building, but the maintenance is very paramount. That is how we can sustain it and take it beyond, its lifespan, which will also be a good economic advantage to the nation.
Okay, what's your advice to professional facilities managers and the government moving forward?
Yeah, my advice to professional facility managers is to continue to do the good work that we have been doing, though it's a thankless one, but we just have to continue to do it and train ourselves for the new innovations that are around the world. And to the government is for them to accept it that facility management is very paramount to any economic decision that they want to take.
Okay, going forward, and what should be our take home from today's event?
Yeah, our take home for today's event is that wherever we find ourselves, we'll make a real difference that all facilities must work to the optimal, that our environment must also be a safe one for us to make progress in all our endeavors.
Right in the middle there.
For record purpose, can we meet this?
Right in the middle.
My name is Shegun Adebayo. I'm the immediate past president of International Facility Management Association.
Can you tell us about today's event?
So it's an annual event celebrated worldwide. It's called World FM Day, World Facility Management Day. And the theme for this year is making a real difference. So for us in IFMA, that's what we have been doing, and that's what we continue to do.
Looking at the theme of this year World FM Day, okay, what difference do you think the incoming administration can do in regards to making a difference in the facility management?
So while I won't speak for the new incoming administration, but I am very sure and positive minded that they will do a lot. Going by the fact that the president-elect is a governor in Lagos between 1999 and 2007. And from his blueprint, the first public agency on facility management came to bear. Lagos has the first agency that deals with facility management in public space. Okay, so the word is sustainability. So wherever you play, wherever you operate, be it public or private, you just embrace sustainability in our ways, in our process, in our procedure. In anything we do, we have to talk about sustainability. And clearly, if that is done professionally, definitely Nigeria as a nation is up for a big deal in that area. Of course, that will also unshake what the current administration have done in the area of having Executive Order 11 that deals with public facility management.
The final is what's your call to government in moving forward the facility management department and the world at large?
Okay, so the current government has Executive Order 11 signed April last year, and I'm aware that there's a department on federal public asset maintenance in Federal Ministry of Works and Housing. So I'm sure that government is continuing. This government will definitely build on what the past, the incoming government, the incoming government will build on what this government has done, and definitely that will further enhance the chances and opportunity to further bridge the gap of current issues and challenges that we currently have. So we're in for a big deal, and I trust that it will be well.
Lady is very secure because she's sitting in between